Being ultra-productive means having clear focus, consistent habits, and strong time management. What if I told you the most productive people aren't doing more, they're doing less but better? You've probably been told to manage your time better, but here's the truth. Time is fixed. Energy is what fluctuates, and it's what actually controls how much you get done. The most productive people don't obsess over squeezing every minute. They obsess over riding their energy waves. One of the most powerful tools you can use is something called ultradian rhythms. Natural 90 to 120-minute cycles your brain moves through during the day. You have peaks of energy and valleys. During your peaks, your focus is high, your creativity is sharp, and your brain runs fast. During your valleys, you're running on low battery, so instead of scheduling your day around a clock, start scheduling it around your energy. For the next week, track when you feel naturally focused versus drained. You'll start to see patterns. Then build your deep work blocks around those peaks. And here's a simple trick. Instead of forcing a morning routine that doesn't always fit, create a morning sequence. It's a modular set of actions you can rearrange depending on how you feel. For example, move, read, hydrate, journal, shower. Done in any order. It's flexible but still intentional, and it gets your energy flowing without resistance. Most people try to change their habits, but habits that don't match your identity won't last. True productivity starts when you change who you believe you are. Start by creating your productivity avatar. It's a high-performance version of you, built with intention. Give it a name. Define its traits. What does this version of you believe about work? What rituals do they do? What kind of boundaries do they set? Now prime this identity. Use something called identity cues. Clothes, environment, music, even scent. This is backed by science. Enclothed cognition shows that dressing a certain way literally affects your cognitive performance. So wear the shirt that makes you feel sharp. Light the candle that puts you in build mode. You're not faking it. You're reminding your brain who it already knows you can be. Most people lose half their focus not because of what they're doing, but because of what they're mentally holding on to. Think of your brain like a browser with 56 tabs open. Some of those tabs are loud, some are hidden, but all of them are draining RAM. These are called open loops, unfinished tasks, unsent emails, decisions you haven't made yet, tiny worries you haven't dealt with. They quietly pull attention away from your current task. Here's the fix. Once a week, do an open loop audit. Sit down with a blank sheet and write out everything unresolved in your mind. Doesn't matter if it's business, relationships, errands, get it all out. Then, assign each item a next step. Schedule it, delete it, or delegate it. That's it. To maintain this mental clarity throughout the week, create a mental inbox. Clean brain equals sharp performance. Here's something no one talks about. Forcing yourself to be productive creates resistance. The harder you push, the more your brain pulls away. Why? Because of a thing called psychological reactance. And when your freedom feels threatened, even by your own goals, you subconsciously rebel. So instead of forcing yourself to do the thing, give yourself options. Create a few different versions of your working self. CEO you, artist you, chaotic genius you. When you start your day, ask, which one do I want to channel today? This simple act of choosing creates play, identity, and motivation. It stops work from feeling like prison. When you stop forcing productivity, you start inviting flow. You don't rise to the level of your ambition, you fall to the level of your systems. Most people rely on motivation, which is unreliable. The real pros rely on design. They design their environment, tools, and habits to make the productive path the easiest one. This is called constraint-based productivity. Limit your choices and your focus increases. Here's a wild but effective example. Use a one-tab rule on your browser. Only allow one tab open at a time. So here's your new productivity system. Ride your energy, not your calendar. Clear your mental RAM weekly with an open loop audit. Play with productivity personas to avoid resistance. Design your identity, not just your actions. Build systems that make success effortless. This is what effortless productivity looks like. Not forcing work, but flowing into it.